Hey guys, Mike again. I thought I'd do a quick video on Tau heavy support options. First of all, I wanted to talk about some of the things I like and don't like about each one, and we'll go from there. This is my favorite squad. It's going to be the broadside squad with the missile drones. So you're talking about this guy putting out 8 shots on his own, these guys putting out another 4. So you got a strength 7 AP4, 4 shots from him. Then he's going to follow up with his strength 5 AP5 seeker missiles. I like this option a lot more than the railgun, the strength 8 AP1 weapon, just because you have a lot of other options that give you that with like the Melta. If you kind of like that weapon, it might be a better choice to go with like a Piranha or something that will give you that same AP and strength, but give you the Melta ability or get in what you need to do. Your next choice would be the Hammerhead. I don't have the gun on this or anything, but I thought I'd give you a little quick show. And I really like the Hammerhead as well. It's not something I run with on a regular basis. I don't usually run too many vehicles. I am kind of a person who likes to rather put more wounds than vehicles, because there's so many armies out there that can put out really good damage on vehicles. Like I was saying, there's so many Meltas, Plasmas, things like that out there that can really put it out. But if you're going to go with the Hammerhead, definitely give it the submunition rounds. The first one, definitely, if you're only going to put one on the field, give them long strike. Give them that BS5. Give them the ability to re-roll the wound with that tank hunter, so that it really can do what it's meant to do. The armor value 14 guys, this is a really good option if you're running into a problems where you can't actually get those popped. I have other ways of doing that, so I usually don't depend on the Hammerheads, just because it seems like whenever I really need him to pop something, he always seems to fail. I always get the 1 followed by the 1. Your third option is going to be the Skyray missile defense gunship. I actually don't see them very often played. I don't think they're even in kind of friendly games. They're just not a very competitive choice. I'll give you a little picture of it here. You're talking about 6 seeker missiles. They're going to be strength 8 AP3 for 115 points. You're talking about 2 marker lights. It's going to, you could be talking about the beginning of turn 4. This vehicle that you paid 115 points for isn't going to be able to do anything. And if I'm your opponent and I'm playing against it, I know I can just ignore it, because it's going to run out of options, and you're going to have to just run out of missiles, and then you're going to move it up, and I'm just going to blow it up when I get a chance. But late game, if I'm going to turn 5, 6, or even 7, and I know that this vehicle I don't even have to worry about, because I know its exact output, and it's going to be done with. Your next choice, last choice, is going to be the Tau Sniper Squad. I have this guy I custom made, kind of stepping out from behind his little thing and taking a look with some binoculars. I show how to make him on a different video if you're interested in that kind of model. If you have a few extra points in your list, a small squad runs you 58 points. Going to give you 1 marker light as well as 3 sniper shots. It's not going to do too much, but it can be enough to be kind of distracting, or get that extra marker light when you need it, or take some wounds against the bigger squads. And if you do have a few extra points, throw a couple of these extra guys in there, and maybe a couple more, and next thing you know, you got a decent sized squad. A big squad like this, you're talking about 7 guys, 3 marker lights, going to put out a good amount of pain on someone, and as well as with the 48-inch range, you're double tapping at 24 inches. So 7 drones just turned into 14. You're talking BS5. You're going to hit with 10 to 12. You're going to wound with 5 to 6 and get a couple rending. Won't be too bad of a choice. I find, though, if you bring them in too big of a squad, enemies tend to target them. So when I do them, I might leave it because I want that guy. I won't put out a full squad. I'll put out a little squad, put them in the back. No one's really thinking about them, but they'll whittle down. They're not going to get your big hits, the big game-changing ones. But if you have a few extra points, it's good to kind of a little squad, especially because sometimes heavier scoring. You can set them on an objective in your backfield and kind of have them just piddle away, and people will forget about them as long as they're not doing too much damage. But overall, I would say this is my first choice. You put them in a nice big squad. Check out my other video on the Circle of Death, and I'll explain how I like to run them. And it's a really good choice. It puts out a lot of pain. My second choice would be the snipers. Third choice, the hammerhead. And I really, again, don't see too many people playing with those missile drones. If you like this video, make sure to like it, subscribe to my site. I'm going to try to make some more shows.